A woman at a school board meeting in Chandler County, Arizona, went on an unhinged rant against COVID-19 vaccines on Wednesday. And wow, it's something.
My name is Melanie Rettler. I'm a veterinarian. I was a former teacher in Phoenix Union High School District. I'm a cloning expert with 35 years experience, and I was a consultant to the CDC. I've owned a pharmacy. I want to tell you that this vaccine, this COVID vaccine, is a deadly poison. That's it. I'm just going to tell you that. Everybody that takes it is damaging their immune system, and they're talking about this being given to children now. It's going to destroy them. You need to do more research on it. I'm an expert on it, and I'm telling you, that's what it's doing.
Oh, hey, I'm an expert, y'all. Trust me when I say these insane things. You know what kind of expert she is? Okay, a cloning expert. She just told you she's a cloning expert. She's a veterinarian. Now, look, here's the thing. Veterinarians it's an important job for sure. I'm pretty sure she's been doing quite well prescribing ivermectin for horses or whatever, because that's exactly, I mean, hey, horses got parasites, dogs got sheep got parasites, ivermectin. And humans also get parasites as well, and so they get ivermectin for that. And yes, because it is effective on parasites, not on COVID-19. But okay, yeah, but no, trust me, I'm totally an expert on this. Okay, well, again, you don't know about vaccines or immunology or anything like that. I mean, I guess you know how to give vaccines to a dog, and sure, and that's important, but seriously though, on all the other stuff, press X to doubt. But hey, look, even if true, even if you have that extensive resume, which I can't, say if she does or she does not, maybe she did actually own a pharmacy at one point, that doesn't mean the stuff that you're saying is right. And so it's sort of a weird, like, appeal to authority. No, trust me, dog, I know all this stuff. Right, okay. But let me give you an example, okay? Ben Carson is a brain surgeon, a very talented brain surgeon. That doesn't mean Ben Carson isn't stupid. He has said all sorts of dumb, really, really stupid shit. Being smart doesn't mean you can't be dumb. Just saying. But, and again, she says the vaccine, the vaccines are harming your immune system. No, that's literally the opposite of what they do. They literally teach it how to fight this virus more effectively. Complete opposite, right? And this is why people who are vaccinated, by the way, have better outcomes if they get the virus, if they have breakthrough infection. Assuming, of course, your immune system hasn't already been compromised by other things like cancers, etc., because we saw that with Colin Powell, who was double vaccinated but had a rare blood disorder that basically decimated his immune system. He caught COVID and he died. And so that is a situation that happens. But for people who do not have those, these immunocompromised systems, having the vaccine generally makes you, it makes you more able to fight COVID better. Okay, and so that's why the vaccine is, by the way, recommended for everybody, and especially if you immunocompromised people. But also you protect those immunocompromised people by having the vaccine, because it is still some protection versus no protection. Okay. That said, this is not the worst part of the speech, because she is not done yet. Oh no, here it comes.
The next topic is the CRT. I agree with what both of these people said, but you know what? If you want to talk about racism, if you want to bring it in, then let's bring it in. Let's get to the bottom of it. We're talking about white supremacy. Okay, let's get to the very bottom of it. Every one of these things, the deep state, the cabal, the swamp, the elite, you can't mention it, but I will. There is one race that owns all the pharmaceutical companies, and these vaccines aren't safe, they aren't effective, and they aren't free You know that you're paying for it through the increase in gas prices, the increase in food prices. You're paying for this. And it's being taken from your money and given to these pharmaceutical companies. And if you want to bring race into this, it's the Jews.
And there it is. Hey, she said, oh man, let's get to the bottom of it. Well, she got to the bottom of the barrel, because when you scrape the bottom of that barrel, you end up with anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. Because of course. I mean, everything there, just nonsense. Wow. I mean, look, they're not free. I mean, yes, they are free to the American people. I mean, yes, our tax money did go to the development. That's how all vaccines and really all medications are developed. And by the way, and researched and developed. By the way, that actually makes a case for nationalizing the pharmaceutical companies instead of allowing them to be for-profit entities. That's a different conversation, okay? That said, like, critical race theory, we got to bring that into it too. Maybe I'll get to that later, but yeah, anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, blood libel, right? One of the oldest and most damaging conspiracy theories. I wonder where she got her research. Oh, right, yeah, shitty YouTube videos and Facebook memes. That's where she got it. Complete and utter insanity. And this is what's happening in these school board meetings. But this is not an isolated incident. You may have noticed more school board meetings going on that are been, taken over by insane people saying insane things. And understand that these are not your concerned parents, right? We're being lied to about that. No, this is a big money-backed movement to take over the school boards funded by right-wing organizations, industries, and think tanks, right? In fact, I've got a few names of them. See, unlike conspiracy theorists, I can actually go and name specific industries. I know, and specific groups that are pushing to do this, and as well as the people who are actually funding them. In fact, you have the Leadership Institute. The Leadership Institute has actually trained generations of right-wing activists and is promoting a 20-hour online course to train conservatives how to run for their local school boards in order to stop, quote-unquote, the teaching of critical race theory before it destroys the fabric of our nation. Then, of course, you have another group, Intercessors for America, and the Center for Renewing America, run by former Trump administration official Russ Vought, are also distributing their own toolkit that encourages conservatives to reclaim their schools by taking over local school boards. Other supposed grassroots groups are Parents Defending Education, No Left Turn in Education, and Moms for Liberty. Because liberty, obviously. The Leadership Institute's funders include the right-wing Ed Yulin Foundation, and Ed Yulin Family Foundation, and the Bradley Foundation. So, no, understand that this is part of an effort to take over the school boards and then work to make kids dumb. That's the overall goal here. Because dumb kids make obedient workers and good Republican voters. That's it. Not only that, but if they actually talked the real history of the United States, people would actually work to change it and make it better, like do things, for example, reparations for slavery, land back, things like that. Those are things that conservatives despise, and because it might actually mean that they lose some money and some power. And they're very, very good at adopting that messaging to make it sound absolutely horrible, what it actually, and make it sound like it's something that is not, in order to get popular opinion against it. And understand this is what the culture war is. And as usual, the actual left is 2 steps behind on all of this stuff. And I think it's a combination of a couple of things. You've got apathy and, of course, a massive lack of resources on the progressive side. Plus, you add in the near infinite resources of the far right, including money and mass media and effective, fear-based messaging, like the lady talking about critical race theory in classrooms. It's not being taught, though. At least not the original college level course. What they're doing with critical race theory is labeling things that they don't like as critical race theory, when of course it's not. And so that's why they're able to constantly scream about it being taught in schools, but can never define it at the same time. And so, as usual, those of us on the left who actually care about facts and information and making a better society, a healthier society, are left reacting to the onslaught of bullshit and nonsense instead of acting to be able to make this a better country. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.